Hey, what's up everybody, it's Mr. Random here. Just going to show you real quick. This is part 1 where I upgrade my GPU, the heatsink, and I add that expansion card or updated expansion card. Stay tuned, part 2 is coming out next week, so enjoy. If you got any questions, let me know. Yeah, I'm going to replace the IO card on my laptop, and I'm going to replace the heatsink on my laptop because I'm switching from one type of graphics card to another. Oh, I also got a new bezel for the bottom because the one I have now doesn't have the connections for USB-C, and it is an option for this laptop. Mine didn't come with it, so I ended up having to buy the board for it. So I got all these parts. I got them on eBay, and this is a new graphics card for my laptop, and it's a 4GB M2200M. And it's 4 gigabytes, and the one I have in here is what is it, the ATI or whatever the competitor is, because I'm gonna start doing more video editing on my laptop. And I'm gonna go over all the parts real quick. So here is the what's called a clamp or a holder thingy for the USB-C that's gonna go onto here. So that little piece, for whatever reason, this doesn't come with it, but I have to buy it. That will go there, and it will reinforce that. And this has USB-C on it. So yeah, you can see there. Let's get the USB-C. You see, it only has 3, and this one has 4. So anyway, keep going. So I have to switch the heatsink for that, because this heatsink will work on this graphics card, and the heatsink in there will not, because it's a Radeon or whatever. The AMD, what the fuck are they called? Okay everyone, so in some of these parts of the video I'm going to do a voiceover, and so yeah, in this situation right here I already did a video on how to remove the keyboard, so I'm going to put a link to that. So if you want to watch the full video on that, it's slow and it's very detailed. I'll put a link to that in the description. And so in the following part, I'm going to take out the keyboard, and so I'm going to take out all the screws from the bottom as well, all of them that's
Alright y'all, so in this section right here, I ended up taking all the screws from all the sides, all the top, everything. Then I had to pop this little cover off here carefully. It has screws that hold it on too. Then you literally take every single screw off from there, pretty much. So you take off every single screw. I'm going to speed the process up. Again, if you have any questions or need me to go something over slower, let me know. Just leave me a message in the comments or put something in Discord or something, and that way I'll know. I'll leave my link for Discord here. So yeah, here we go. So we're getting to the nitty gritty. I'm going to show you 3 areas where you have to remove cables to get the face, the top bezel part to come out. I call it a top bezel. So you have to remove these cables really carefully, really take your time. I broke one of the clips, so luckily it wasn't a very important one, but I managed to get it fixed and working. So I'm going to put arrows on there, literally arrows pointing to where these caution locations are, okay? So be careful.
out like that. So, man, this thing is dusty. Fuck. So now we get to the goody side. See? AMD. But I have the Nvidia one now. So I guess we'll replace the heatsink first. That's what we're gonna do. Heatsink first.
So this part right here, I'm taking out the heatsink and disconnecting the fans from the motherboard. Then there's one extra piece right there. I'm gonna put an arrow on it that holds down the cable for the LCD. For whatever reason they have it attached to the heatsink. I think it's like some sort of little cable to keep it from touching the heatsink or whatever. But anyways, I'll put an arrow so you can watch out for it.
And here's the new one for comparison. What's not new, but it's new to me. See the difference? Where the fuck is the camera? Oh yeah. So, original.
Alright everyone, so here's the thing. I also had to change the metallic bezel around the base of the laptop. This job was very difficult and it was very stressful. I recommend getting a heat gun for this because there's glue that holds the metallic the metallic bezel uses to hold on to the chassis. So if you have a heat gun, it'll make it a lot faster. But I had one, I couldn't find it, but I found it after the fact. So I would recommend a heat gun. So if you don't need to do this, you can skip this part. And if you want to skip that part, I'm going to have chapters throughout all the entire videos to do that. So if you want to skip this part, I'm going to have it chaptered out so you can skip it. But this is going to show you how I took the bezel apart so I can get the metallic thing out of the way so I can insert the new PCI card or whatever you want to call it in there. You don't have to do this part, so you can skip it if you're not doing this, obviously. And then I'll go ahead and show you the reinstallation of everything after this step. So I'm sorry for rambling. Alright everyone, so here's the part where I told you earlier that you're gonna need a heat gun. All the rear of the laptop here is held on, the metallic bezel is held on with glue. So I, like a genius, used a screwdriver to pry it, and I used a lot of horsepower, and it took a long time to do this, about 30 minutes I think of trying this. So if you have a heat gun, just use a heat gun. It will melt that glue right off faster than a caterpillar crawling through molasses. Get a heat gun, do this, it'll save you time. Don't do it the way I did. You're gonna break something, bend something. Yeah, get a heat gun. Alright guys, so at this point I had to do the exact same thing all over again to take the the metallic bezel off the donor unit that I purchased. And I had to do the exact same thing. It took me the same amount of time to do it. I'm not going to show you all that. I'm going to skip that because it's pretty much watching the same thing twice. So I'm going to skip all that, save you the headache of that I got from trying to do that again. So after about another 45 minutes, I got the new bezel off the old plastic. As you can see on the bottom, I'll put an arrow. You can see all 4 holes matching with all the 4 holes on the plastic. So now I can use my new card with the expansion card. I'm going to put that on there. So I'm going to show the continuation from there and go from there. I was not a happy camper at this point.